in the triple 50 event. Late models have already done it. Let's see what's going to happen, and they're under green.
And as they blast down into turn number 1, it's going to be Fred Alcas Jr. who got the jump in car number 89. But here comes Burrell in car number 21. He's going to try to keep that car to the inside, but it looks like right now the outside is the way to be.
Fran Jr. Colson tucks it to the bottom. He challenges Alcas for position number 1. Down the back straightaway, it is still car number 89 for Alcas. But Colson tries to make some magic on the bottom. He puts that hotly colored neon car to the inside. Can't do it this time. Alcas still leads. 2 of the 50 laps are in.
Here comes Bruce Gray up on the outside to challenge Junior Colson. Can Gray make the move on the outside? Colson not able to make his move for the win down low. But here comes Gray, hooked up very nicely in that second groove, challenging Junior Colson off the second turn and down the backstretch.
Further on back, car number 99 of Bill Lawrence tries to make his way up to the front, as well as the defending champion, car number 01 of Tom Carey Jr. Back up front, Fran Colson. Now, he'll do with the 29 machine of Barry Gray, but right now, second generation driver Fred Alcas Jr. staying on the high side. He's got this one right now as he comes off of turn number 4.
Good racing action there. Look at Barry Gray. He just bonsaied the car to the bottom, and Jay Miller tried the same move. Gray is on a roll. Last week, that car was almost completely totaled. Now he finds himself taking over the lead on lap number 6.
And the funny part about it, this afternoon, he says we're going to sit in victory lane tonight, and we'll see what happens, as he's got a long way to go. As right now, he is in command of the Yankee Energy car number 29. Further on back, car number 17 of Eddie Carroll tries to slice and dice his way up to the front, as he's got Tommy Fern in car number 42 right in his rear bumper.
Good. In the front of this one, it is still Barry Gray out in front as he now begins to open things up just a little bit over Fred Alcas in the 89. Sitting in the third spot, Vassar, car number 10, and then it is Scott Booley in the 26. Down low is still the 37 car of Junior Colson as he finds himself working backwards slowly but surely. The 21 car of Jeff Burrell also holding on very nicely tonight, and Bill Lawrence's 99 making probably the biggest move of the night thus far.
Currently in that 10 spot, car number 0 of Jeff Connors. Now he looks at the inside of the Hinckley machine as they head down the backstretch, but right in front of him, he's got the defending champion, Tom Carey Jr. So we got a problem there. We got cars up and over. The 17 of Carroll's involved, the 0 of Connors, the 30 of Lobo, and the 77 of Jeff Horn is down.
We'll be checking on that, but it appears visually that there was fluid that was dumped on the racetrack that set off a chain reaction, and poor Jeff Horn becomes the victim of circumstances for the second Saturday night in a row. The point leader goes to the pit area. Eddie Carroll, who was leading with 270 points to his credit, over Jeff Connors, who was also involved in that altercation. Look at the left side of the Connors number 0. It's alongside the 37. The rear quarter is completely chewed off the car. So Connors knows the importance of the points. The title could be won and lost here tonight, even though it is real early in the season.
The Mass region, southern Worcester County, maybe in northwestern Rhode Island or northeastern Connecticut. Why not scoot on over and pay a visit to us at the Thompson Speedway? We will be there tomorrow night. 4 divisions of race cars, school bus demolition derby, fireworks, and a good time will be had by all at the Big T. That's tomorrow night. And again, showtime 6 o'clock. So a lot to choose from on this holiday weekend.
Well, here we go. Back to green. Barry Gray is the dominant car up front. Alcas and Vassar still contending for that runner-up spot. Oh, Vassar got sideways. Booley was right there.
Further back in the pack, Doug D'Alessandro, car number 12. He looks to the inside of Jay Miller to pick up a spot as they come off of turn number 4. Back up front, it's still the 29 of Barry Gray. Now the 10 of Rich Vassar makes a move to the inside of Alcas. Can he make the move stick? What happens when they come off of turn number 4? Watching that action right in front, it's the 26 of Scott Booley. Then it's Burrell. Here comes Fran Jr. Colson to the inside to pick up another spot as he marching his way to the front.
Another driver to keep a real close eye on is Tom Carey. Tom has moved from very deep in the pack. He's right up alongside of Colson right now and behind Jeff Burrell. So Tom Carey in car number 01 doing very well. Bill Lawrence running well in the 99. But there's a long way to go. We've got problems developing, and it looks like everybody is going to come out of it fairly well, but we do have some hardware out on the racetrack.
Scott Booley spins after the caution comes out, and so does Bamfield in the turn. It all happened when Alkis got sideways. We're not sure if a tire went down. It looks like it did. The left rear tire of the 89 appears to be flat, as he'll be heading back towards the pit area. And exactly what he just did, they were told not to do during the drivers' meeting. They can no longer make that type of a move, so it's going to cost him at least one lap.
What part of yes do you understand?
Yes.
So 13 laps show on the Winston Racing Series scoreboard with Barry Gray, your leader. We'd like to remind you, last week, Russ, that car was destroyed. They had to put a whole new snout on it. As we go back to green with Barry Gray jumping right back out in front.
And brand new snout just leads the field across the line, and Gray has the advantage. But here comes Rich Vassar up on the high side. Vassar takes a peek going into turn number 3. Tries to make a move, can't quite do it. Tom Carey, we mentioned him earlier. He is already up to 4th, challenging for 3rd. As down on the inside, Jeff Burrell holds the 21. Carey gets a good bite off the 2nd turn and picks up the 3rd spot.
No doubt about it. Also having a good run is car number 37 of Les Hinckley. He works to the outside of Fran Coulson off at turn number 4. Further on back, the 42 of Tommy Fern, last Saturday night's feature winner now. He's on the inside, Carroll on the outside. As right now, those two are battling for position. Back up front, it's the 29 machine of Yankee Energy. Barry Gray, that Yankee Energy sponsored machine, the class of the field right now. But as Russ mentioned, here comes Tom Carey Jr. in car number 01. He's going to look to the inside. The defending champion tries to pick up that spot.
Driver out of orange has now done just that. He has picked up that 2nd spot, drops Vassar back. Bill Lawrenson now sits in the 4th spot, and then it is Hinckley to round out the top 5. The 21 car of Burrell is in the 6th spot, and then it's anybody's guess beyond that, because they are side by side, fender to fender, elbow to elbow on the 2nd turn.
Well, Tom Fern got literally sideways.
Problem on the backstretch.
Oh, Jay Miller. Perhaps with a little bit of help goes around with car number 09. We're going to see if that's going to bring out a caution. He gets it fired up, and then it appears to have stalled. Let's see if he's going to be okay, or will we go to yellow? Dick Brooks is watching all of this as the NASCAR Chief Steward.
Looks like a tough break, because he is now down a lap and may go down one more before the yellow comes out. Miller sits there frustrated as can be with the 09 as the green flag conditions remain, and suddenly he refires. So a costly break for Jay Miller at car number 09.
Well, what happened is Dick Brooks, the NASCAR Chief Steward, is watching from that location, and he could see that the Miller car was running. Oh, you know what that meant. Wrong place to be at the wrong time.
But we know the person that's in the right place right now. That's the 29 of Barry Gray, as he comes down to the stripe to lead another lap. Second is the defending champion 01 of Tom Carey Jr. Then it's Rich Vassar in car number 10, the 99 of Lawrence, in a good battle shaping up for that spot. That's the 42 of Fern and the 37 of Hinckley.
Well, there's plenty of time. The next time when they come back to the stripe, 25 laps of the 50-lap event are into the record books.
We've got problems down in turn number 1. The 13 car is up into the wall.
That's the Banfield machine. The 3 of Duquette.
The 3 of Mike Duquette is also up there. Mike takes a look out the window and says, well,
that was sign language. I'm not going to tell you what he said, but I think you could figure it out.
He said, let's take a ride on the coaster.
Both cars, well, the 13 pulls away under his own power.
Well, 1996 in the pro stocks.
Here they come. They wheel it off at turn number 4, and Barry Gray will put the Yankee Energy machine back out in front. Here comes Rich Vassar now to challenge for that number 2 spot as they come off at turn number 2. But here's Bill Lawrence, and he's up on the high side. Tom Fern is to the inside when they come down to the stripe. This time it's going to be halfway. 25 down and 25 to go.
Barry Gray just got a great start and a good jump out early. He has managed to pick up about a 4 or 5 car length advantage over Carey. But look at the way they've got him stacked up. Lawrence and gets real loose off of 4. When he does, he almost takes Hinckley along with him. But the two drivers able to sort things out amicably, we hope, and continue on the way. The field now beginning to get stretched out just a little bit, and Barry Gray leads them back across the stripe.
Also having a good run is car number 12 of Doug D'Alessandro. He's on the inside. He's going to try to take that position away from Lawrence, but Lawrence up on the high side is very powerful. Back up front, it's still Barry Gray in command. man is now further back. We got a challenge for the third spot as Tommy Fern will take over the number 3 spot, dropping Vassar back to 4th.
Well, the Riverside Motorsports cars are picking them off one at a time. Ed Carroll has moved into contend. He is now just out of the top 7. And right there with him is his son, the current point leader going into this event. Matter of fact, Dad just ran the son down into the loose stuff on the bottom part of the racetrack.
Good. Each has its advantages. No question about that.
Good action throughout this Pro Stock event with Barry Gray, your leader. Tom Carey Jr. is second. I wonder if Tom Carey Jr., if he's got something up his sleeve, as now they come off of turn number 4. It looks like he's going to try to make a move to the inside before this one is all said and done, with 30 laps showing on the Woodson Racing Series scoreboard.
Eddie Carroll is coming to the front of this field. He just went around his dad, picked up yet another position, and here comes Tom Carey to challenge for position number 1.
Carey is really hooked up, and he's able to keep the car down low, and that could be the Achilles heel for Barry Gray. Gray is not able to keep that car down low without reducing corner speed considerably, so we'll have to keep a real close eye on that.
Currently in the 9th spot is car number 16 of Bennett Fuller. That's the Enfield Ford. Coombs Dental Center Thunderbird as he tries to make his way to the front.
Well, Eddie Carroll just went down underneath Billy Lawrence, and Ed Carroll's following through in hot pursuit. Doug Dell just in front of them. It is Gray, followed by Carey. Fern is in 3rd. 4th is Vassar. 5th is Dell. Here comes Eddie Carroll to the bottom of Doug Dell. That is the challenge for position number 5.
42 of Fern. He is closing and closing quickly on the 2 leaders as they come off of turn number 4 this time by. We'll close to 36 up on the scoreboard, so we're down to the final 14, but Tom Fern still has a lot of time left.
Tom Fern looking for win number 3.
Good action wherever you look. A great battle going on between the 17, the 12, the 11, and the 99. Gray is still the leader. When he comes back to the line, 38 laps in the books. Carey in 2nd. Fern is still in 3rd. 4th is still Vassar.
There's also waiting to make a move as well. It's a problem on the backstretch as the 11 machine of Carroll got up near the Armco barrier as the on the racetrack as we stay green.
There is debris out there, but it is up high, but apparently not high enough.
And the caution will come up on lap number 40.
Oh, his fans are here tonight.
Here we go. We'll see if he can do it as we go back to green. Here they come off of turn number 4 as they head down into turn number 1.
Gray gets a good jump once again right out of the hole with that 29 and leads Tom Carey. But here comes Fern. Fern is right on the rear bumper of Carey as they head deep into turn number 3.
Yes, sir.
Fern sticks the nose piece right under the rear bumper. Lets Carey know that he is there and is serious.
Doug D'Alessandro in car number 12 having a good run now as he's going to try to take a position away from the 17 of Carroll as now the caution comes out once again.
Well, there's debris on the racetrack directly in front of where Dick Brooks is stationed, and we should be ready to go back to green.
Here they come once again. Billy Dunn looks them over. They'll wheel it off at turn number 4 and we go back to green with Barry Gray, your leader. Tom Carey Jr. trying to hunt them down in car number 01. Then it's a 42 of Tom Fern, and then it's a 10 of Rich Vassar.
Eddie Carroll right there with D'Alessandro as well. D'Alessandro gets a good bite off of turn number 4. He slides in, brings Johnny Lobo right along with him. And the 99 of Lawrenson as the 17 car of Eddie is suddenly way off the base, dropping back like a stone.
Oops, there goes Jeff Connors.
Oh, now we got a problem on our front stretch as the 17 of Carroll hard into the wall right underneath the starter stand as that will bring out the caution once again on lap number 42.
Connors, Carroll, and the 37 of Hinckley, all 3 cars involved in a mishap, but did not appear as though Eddie Carroll was directly involved with the 0 and the 37 car.
Eddie Carroll, who is the point leader coming into tonight's event.
The activities here.
And speaking of activities, Russ, we're ready to go back to green. As Barry Gray and the Yankee Energy Machine right back out in front. Tom Carey Jr. trying to close in car number 01 along with the 42 of Tommy Fern. Off turn number 4. It's going to be Gray to lead lap number 43.
Top 3 bumper to bumper as they head back 4-1. It is Gray, Carey, Fern in that order. Then it's about 4-car lengths back to Ridgevasser, D'Alessandro, and Lobo. That's how they run. Now down on the inside, we've got the 37 car, and that is the car that has, of course, provided a lot of years of competition for Junior Colson. The 99 of Bill Lauritsen, and then the 26 car for Scott Booley. Meanwhile, up front, it is still Barry Gray. He has led this thing since the outset and is not about to give up. 46 of 50 up on the scoreboard as Gray finds his mirror filled with the 0-1 of Tom Carey Jr. Surprisingly enough, it looked like Tom Fern, who had started in the next to the last row, would be able to just come right up through the pack like the proverbial hot knife through butter. That is not happening now that he's encountered the top 2 machines, Ben, and it looks like Gray may just be well on his way with 2 laps remaining. Barry Gray, car number 29, off the second turn and down the back straightaway with a lap and a half left to run in this 50-lap Pro Stock feature event at Riverside Park Memorial Day weekend, a final circuit. Barry Gray, car number 29, Tom Carey right on his rear bumper. Tom Fern is there as well. Back to turn 3, the checkered flag will fly this time by. The fans were right. It is Barry Gray in for the win, followed by Tom Carey, Tom Fern in that order. Then D'Alessandro, Vassar, and Lobo, and that of course is unofficial, but no two ways about it. It was car number 29. Barry Gray out of Belchertown, the Yankee Energy, Servue Automotive, and Wiley Wheels Cutlass that crossed the line first and will bring him into victory lane here tonight at Riverside Park on our Acme Auto Parts Sunoco Racing Gasoline presentation here on the quarter mile for the holiday weekend.
Well, he'll be heading to the winner's circle. Here's the news from out of the pit area. During the course of that feature event, you noticed before Eddie Carroll spun with car number 17, apparently he was overcome a little bit by the carbon monoxide from the exhaust of the car. The car was involved in an altercation, and that pinched off the exhaust, sending the fumes into the cockpit of the car, and that was the reason for the ambulance to go to the pit area and brought out the caution at that point of the event. NASCAR Tour Type Modifieds are lining up. We'll go to the winner's circle, Gary Danko, and our Yankee Energy winner, Barry Gray.
Well, he's climbing on the automobile. How about a big round of applause for Barry Gray? Well, Barry, it's been a while since you visited Victory Lane. This afternoon when I talked to you, you said, Gary, I'm going to put this...
I'll tell you what, first of all, I want to thank all you fans for believing in me and coming out here tonight. I got to thank my crew. They did a great job putting this car together. Put you over to Riverside Park Motorsports. Clip on it. This car was rolling last week. Yankee Energy, awesome job. Everybody else that's associated, Servue Auto Supply, and I tell you, all the wives and everybody that put up with all these guys coming around helping me all the time. Thanks.
Now let's talk about the race a little bit here. You had Tom Carey Jr., who was, right on your bumper on several restarts. Were you worried about him at any time during the event?
Oh yeah, whenever you got anybody that good behind you, you really worry about it, and I knew he was coming and he was strong.
And behind him was Tom Fern.
Oh yeah, Tommy Fern, he came from a long way. We started up front because of our bad luck, but I'm just happy to be here.
Do you feel that the monkey is off your back now?
Yes, I do. I really do. And Norman from Precision Automotive, he gave us a great motor.
You were so confident today when you talked to me. You said, Gary, I'm determined to put this car into victory lane. You came from the fourth spot. Congratulations on a job well done.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank also Ben Dodge, all the officials here, Sunoco, Porter and Chester, everybody that's associated. Thanks.
And look at the fans in the background. Tell me they're not happy. Let's send it back upstairs.
Well, Russ Dow's got the official finish for us. Congratulations goes out to Barry Gray, a very deserving winner tonight. We've even got a penalty involved in the finish, the overall finish. Scott Booley has been put back a couple of positions, from what we understand. Let's go to the official finish, Russ.
All right, well, here it is then, Ben. Taking down the win, obviously, car number 29, a very happy Barry Gray, finishing in the second spot. A terrific run for Tom Carey Jr. in car number 01. Third, a superb run for car number 42. That is, of course, the 42 automobile of Tom Fern. 4th goes to car number 12 for Doug D'Alessandro. In the 5th spot, it is the 10 of Rich Vassar. Then it is the 30 of Johnny Lobo, finishing in the 6th spot. 7th, car number 37X for Fran Jr. Colson. In the 8th position, it is car number 11 for Ed Carroll. 9th, car number 16 for Bennett Fuller. In the 10th position, car number 26 for Scott Booley. In the 11th spot, the 99 for Bill Lauritsen. 12th goes to car number 21 for Jeff Burrell. In the 13th position, car number 37 for Les Hinckley. 14th, car number 89, and that is Fred Alkus Jr., of course. In the 15th position, lucky number 13 for Jim Banfield. 16th position goes to car number 09, that's Jay Miller. 17th position goes to car number 17 for Eddie Carroll. 18th spot to the 0 of Connors. 19th spot to car number 3 for Mike Duquette. 20th position goes to car number 8, that is Bruce Childs. 21st position goes to car number 77 for Jeff Horn. And 22nd position goes to car number 18, which is Gary Fairmonti.